When President Trump promised to lower drug prices in America, few expected the cost would be paid by Europe. But that's exactly what's happening. Behind closed doors, Trump's administration is pressuring European governments to raise their drug prices. Yes, raise them. Not to help Europeans, but to justify not lowering them in the US. The goal? To make it look like Americans are no longer being ripped off by ensuring everyone else is paying more. Welcome to a pharmaceutical trade war. And its first casualty may be Ireland. Let's unpack how we got here. The US pays up to 3 times more for prescription drugs than other wealthy countries. European governments negotiate drug prices directly. America doesn't. So instead of reforming the American system, Trump is pushing drug companies to increase prices abroad. The administration has hosted meetings with pharma executives and even told them, point blank, we'll support your international negotiations if you raise prices. And they're using trade threats to back it up. Last week, Trump imposed 15% tariffs on European pharmaceutical imports. He then told CNBC he plans to raise them to 150% in 18 months. And eventually, up to 250%. Ireland is especially vulnerable. American drug companies like Pfizer manufacture there, then export products, often back to the US, via their Irish subsidiaries. Thanks to Ireland's ultra-low 12.5% corporate tax rate, the profits are booked in Dublin, not Washington. This setup has been a goldmine for Ireland, but it's now a political target. Trump's Commerce Secretary called Ireland his favourite tax scam. Trump himself accused Ireland of stealing US pharmaceutical companies. And the new tariffs could cut billions from Ireland's economy if American firms relocate even partially. This isn't just about economics, it's about power. Trump is using the size of the American market to dictate pricing policies in Europe. He wants countries like France, Germany, and the UK to pay more for life-saving medicines, not because it makes economic sense, but because it serves his domestic narrative. And so far, it's working. A senior European pharma executive confirmed that his company has already begun lobbying European governments to lift price caps. The message from Washington was clear: cooperate or face worse terms later. But here's the danger. Europe's healthcare model is built on price negotiation and universal access. If EU governments start caving to US demands, that model could unravel. Higher drug prices mean higher public spending, and higher spending means deeper budget cuts elsewhere, or less access for patients. In Brussels, there's hesitation. The European Commission insists that pharma tariffs won't exceed 15%. But with Trump pushing for more, the EU is walking a tightrope between defending public healthcare and preserving transatlantic trade ties. And remember, this is just the beginning. Trump has already used similar tactics in semiconductors. Europe made concessions. Then he raised tariffs anyway. Will pharma be any different? For now, American companies say they'll stay in Ireland. But the economy already shrank last quarter. And if just a few major firms pull out, Ireland could lose up to 10 billion euros in corporate tax revenue. This isn't just a Dublin problem, it's a European problem. Because if Trump succeeds in rewriting drug pricing rules in Brussels, Paris, and Berlin, other industries could be next. So ask yourself, will Europe fight to protect its healthcare model? Or will it once again pay the price for America's broken system? If you found this analysis helpful, like this video and subscribe to Western Relations for more on transatlantic politics and European strategy. And don't forget to visit our website at westernrelations.com for full articles, insight, and analysis. Thanks for watching.